He's with the Baytown Police Department. He's their public information officer. And Chief Keith Doherty, who's Chief of Police for the City of Baytown, and Chief Mike Holden, who is the Assistant Chief. We'll answer any questions. I'll kind of give you a little bit of what we know, and then after that, we'll try and take some questions, and the City of Baytown will also answer anything in regards to his employment. And I got to tell you, this is bothersome to everybody in this community. Stuart Beasley is not only a Baytown police officer, but I consider him a friend. I've known him for many years. We lived in the same community for the last 15 years. So this is personal to me. So on Thursday the 2nd, Stuart, we lost contact from a telephone. We have no contact on the telephone starting at 3:30. The initial indication of investigation that he was missing came when his son went in the house approximately 4:15, 4:30 and could not find him. At that time, his son made some phone calls to some Baytown police officers who he knew were personal friends of his father and asked if they had seen him or heard from him, and they had not. So those Baytown police officers then obviously did what any friend or coworker would do. They started trying to reach out and find him. And started talking to his wife and trying to get an idea of any places that he may be. So they did a lot of looking. At 8:47, Mrs. Beasley calls the Chambers County Sheriff's Office, and that's when we got involved, and we started an actual investigation. We brought in a number of dog teams, 2 dog teams. It appears, or our thoughts were, that he had walked out the back door of the house. His cell phone was found during a search with the Chambers County Sheriff's Office and the Baytown Police Department. It was located in the woods behind his house. The battery and the phone were separated, so that was obviously why there was no signal. There is a lot going on investigatively, dealing with the phones and tracking, and we're following all leads, and we're taking all kinds of phone calls, and we've probably received about 20 or 30 tips since our press release, and we're working on trying to follow all of those up.
I don't know who would be best to answer this, but can anyone speak to his mental state right now? Like, are you afraid that he might hurt himself at this point?
Well, at this point, we just don't know, to be honest with you.
Okay.
What we do know is that he's missing, hasn't been seen since Thursday, which is very concerning to us, especially in our organization. We have about 170-something employees or officers in our organization. And I can tell you personally, and speaking on behalf of every officer in our organization, that Stuart is very highly thought of. He's like a brother to us, right? We all know him very well. Talk to him on a daily basis. And he's one of those guys that is very well known in the community. He's been with our organization about 23 years, assigned to our Community Services Bureau, which does a lot of outreach stuff with the community, different organizations, both the private and the public sector. He coordinates all of our National Night Out functions, does a lot of stuff in the community. Has touched a lot of lives. So, yes, we're very concerned at this point. I don't want to speculate on mental state and things like that. That's best to be vetted out through the investigation.
You don't think there's any foul play at all, or are you not ruling that out?
I'll let the sheriff speak to the investigation.
So at this time, there's no indication of foul play. Obviously, from an investigative standpoint, we are looking at all aspects of it. But at this time, there's no direct connection or tie-in that we believe there's any foul play involved. As far as his mental state, I think everybody has their ups and downs, and who knows whether there may be some depression, but actually we feel like he had a lot of good things going on in his life. He's in the process of building a new house here in the same community. And they've already hired a contractor and a number of things going on. So that's why we're so concerned. That's why we've done the press release. There's obviously more to the story here. So,
Lieutenant Doris, when was the last time he was at work?
I believe his last day at work was Wednesday. He was actually scheduled to be off on Thursday, the day that he went missing.
And that was the last time you saw him?
The last time I personally saw him was Monday or Tuesday of last week. I saw him up at the PD and had a short conversation with him.
Had he mentioned to anyone, any fellow officers, any issues with anyone that he encountered in the streets?
No.
Was he under any sort of investigation by any department in this
No.
area?
And he seemed fine on Monday and Tuesday. You've known him?
Sure, yeah, I've known Stuart for a long time. It's like almost 20 years that I've been with Baytown PD now. I've known Stuart very well. And we talk on a very regular basis. Obviously in my role as the PIO for the department, him and I did a lot of work together with community functions and things like that. So, but not just from the business side of things. Stuart and I are good friends. A lot of common interests and stuff like that. And I can tell you that in all of my conversations with him, I've never had any inclination to think that he's got any kind of issues going on. Now, with that said, we don't know the whole story all the time, right? We know what we see in front of us. But no, to answer your question directly, no, he's never mentioned anything about any problems or any issues with anybody that he's encountered or anything like that.
Was his service weapon found at his home? Do you have that?
We're not going to get into the details. It's not about the evidence and things like that we've collected. That's just best to be vetted out through the process of the investigation. So I kind of have to stay away from that.
How's his wife right now? And his children? I mean, are they able to give you any helpful tips as to where he would be, what's going on?
Yeah, well, I'll speak to how they're doing emotionally, and I'll let the sheriff speak to anything that they might have been able to offer to the investigation. Emotionally, obviously they're upset, they're concerned, they're worried. He's a husband, he's a father, he's a friend to a lot of people in that neighborhood where he lives at. So of course everybody is extremely worried and concerned about his well-being. So as you would expect, it's a very emotional time for them.
And how about for the fellow officers with your department? How are they handling this?
Tough. It's been hard on us, to be honest with you. Since this kind of kicked off Thursday or so, everybody in our organizations want to come out and do their part and help and offer their assistance. So everybody's just really concerned. Like I say, everybody in our organization cares a great deal about Stuart. He's very well known, very well liked in our organization, just a friendly guy. You talk to anybody that's ever met him, and he's one of the most positive and upbeat guys you'll ever meet. Always has a good attitude, good demeanor about him. So, yeah, our organization is rocked right now because we don't know where our brother's at, and that's concerning to us.
Was there a note of any kind that he left?
Again, I'll let the sheriff speak to evidence and stuff like that. What that part of the investigation, I'll let him speak to that.
So the last known situation that we have with him is approximately noon that day on the 2nd. We have a video camera that captures him driving home, and that's pretty well the last location that we have on him, other than the cell phone losing the signal about 3:30. As far as any particulars dealing with any evidence, we're going to try and keep that pretty close right now. I've asked the Rangers are helping us do some records and pull some things that they have easy access to for us. So I brought them into the investigation, and they've asked that we also try and keep the minimum down to some of the investigative techniques that we're doing. I will tell you that we do, or I'm going to say I do as the sheriff, I think he's alive. And that's why we're working so hard and hoping the media can help us find him.
So if he is able to watch this, what do you want to say to the steward?
Call us. Call me. He knows me. He's got my phone number. He and I've talked many times. So I need him to call me. If he doesn't call me, I need him to call his boss. He needs to call his police chief. We're going to be doing some additional searching. Baytown's doing some searching right now, some other areas. With that being said, if there's not any other direct questions, I will end it, but I will tell you that we will keep you abreast. If we do another press briefing, we will do it. It will be in this building, and I'll shoot an email out like I did this morning, and I'll make sure to give you a couple hours notice.